Originally, when inflation was invented, we thought that this inflation, this expansion, would take over the universe no matter how it began. That coming out of the Big Bang, even if the distribution of matter and radiation and field energy was arbitrary, eventually inflation would take over and turn the entire space into the uniform, flat universe we observe today. And thus it would explain this uniformity and flatness. But what we learned a number of decades ago is that story isn't true. Inflation itself requires very special initial conditions, very rare initial conditions that occur with extremely low probability, a probability which is, well, it's unimaginably small. It's like 1 to the 1 followed by a Google zeros or more. Less than that probability is the probability of starting inflation. So if inflation is hard to start rather than easy to start, it doesn't actually explain anything about the uniformity and flatness unless you can first explain why those initial conditions happen to occur. And we don't have an explanation for it. It's a missing element of the theory. So today, as contemporary theorists think about inflation, they no longer claim that inflation is robust, that it works under general initial conditions. And that's essentially conceding that it really doesn't explain the uniformity and flatness unless someday we can explain those special initial conditions.